My name is Katie, and I found myself pregnant at 14. I lived in a very small town of 1,000 people. Was hanging out with the wrong crowd for sure. Sneaking out, wasn't getting along with my parents. Pretty much doing whatever I pleased as a 13, 14-year-old. I have 4 younger brothers, so my parents found Ruth Harbor and they thought it would be best for me to come up here so that somebody else could help give me the support that I needed. Because had I not, I don't know that I would have kept Steven. Definitely living in a small town, it's hard to overcome the ridicule that you get from being in a small town, especially being 14 and pregnant. I was turned away from my church as well. They said I was a bad influence on the younger kids that was there, so I wasn't allowed to go back to youth group or anything. So my parents just felt it would be best to come up here, that way I would have the support I needed, and it brought me definitely closer to my family. Had I not been up here the way that it was going with my mom and my brothers even, and my dad, probably wouldn't be as close as what we are now. So it was a little bit scary at first, going from living on a whim and not having any type of structure to coming here and having responsibilities and structure, and you have, having to do your chores before you got things, was a huge change for me, but it was a good change. I also made lifelong friends. Leah, one of the girls that was here with me, we talk every day. I talked to her today before I even came here. She helps me out with basically everything like she did while we were here. But it helped broaden my horizon that living in a small town, people normally just conform and do the same thing over and over again. But being able to be up here in Des Moines and seeing the bigger picture, saw the potential that I could have later on in life. And I was able to get the support that I needed while I was here, and make those lifelong changes, especially for my kids, as far as living on a structure, having responsibilities and chores and stuff like that. Being able to come back and drop in from time to time reminds me of the impact that Ruth Harbor did have on me. And not only did I have awesome house parents and an awesome counselor at that time, after getting over the fear of being here, it's a peaceful place for me, as scary as it was. It brought me closer with my faith. It brought me closer to my family. I wish more young girls around the world could have this type of environment and place to go to feel safe. I probably wouldn't have kept Steven, or maybe even contemplated abortion, as I know most girls do nowadays because they don't know that they have options. But I feel like it would definitely change a lot of women's circumstances if they were able to enjoy what Ruth Harbor has to offer as far as guidance and counseling and everything you basically need. I have 4 kids, and I would still come back here even if I were to get pregnant again, just to get the support and that sense of home and family.